We're good. Hey, this is Eric. I'm going to steal a phrase from my friend Tim, who you've seen on video either by himself or with me before. Good afternoon, Low V Race Nation. So we've got a little bit of different staff here today. We have a company golf tournament that's happening right now, so we had to switch some things around, and for that, I am a little late. I apologize. However, great day. It's beautiful here in Utah. Hopefully the weather's nice for you guys are. As always, we wear red on Friday, showing our love and support to those that are deployed. Red stands for remembering everyone deployed, R-E-D. So wear red on Friday. Give a external demonstration of how you feel inside about the military. This is one way to do it. Also, side note, before we get into how long a VA mortgage takes to underwrite, I just got off a phone call with some really cool guys from the Department of Veterans Affairs. We had a conference call. I don't have an opportunity as president of Low V Rates to do that often. Normally these auditors and compliance officers are talking with other people within our organization, but I got to tell you, left the call feeling really proud to work with this group of individuals. It's not really a group, it's a national effort, if you will, but great things with the VA loan program and lots of people looking out for you, the veteran, and your family members. So let's talk today about how long a VA mortgage takes to underwrite. Number one, we probably ought to understand what underwriting is, okay? So first of all, when do we normally hear the word underwriting? Well, if you're gonna get health insurance, if you've ever looked for life insurance, if you've ever tried to get any sort of insurance, generally speaking, you've heard of underwriter. Well, I don't know what your premium's gonna be until it goes to the underwriter, or I've got to go underwrite this. Mortgages are the same way. And all an underwriter, what it means to underwrite something, this is Eric's opinion. Now, if there's any underwriters watching, I hope you all start commenting and correcting me if I'm wrong, but an underwriter is ultimately analyzing, okay? So an underwriter analyzes, get that word right, credit risk, okay? You underwrite things to determine what their risks are. So an underwriter is trying to determine if I lend you money, or if our company lends you money, what is the likelihood that you're going to pay us back? And not just pay us back, but pay us back every single month on time, because that's what we want when we're lending out money. So that is what underwriting is. Credit risk analyzation. So what does an underwriter do? Well, I could give you an old textbook answer and say, well, they analyze risk. No, an underwriter does a heck of a lot more than that as they try to make their way to making this decision. Okay, so I'm just going to give you 3 or 4 bullet points. They will look at your W-2s. They will look at your pay stubs. I just found out, and I've been in this industry a super long time, 17 years to be exact, that they analyze the appraisal. It was funny, I was sitting with our director of underwriting the other day. I'm like, what are you talking about? They analyzed the appraisal. Now I knew they looked at it, but we were debating a topic. And she said, well, of course, we could spend hours on an appraisal to make sure that the appraiser didn't mess up. So these underwriters are very knowledgeable, lots of wisdom, and they have a lot of passion about making sure they're protecting not just the company. We don't want to lend money to somebody that's not going to pay us back. But I've had underwriters tell me, I don't want this borrower who's maybe only paying $850 a month in rent right now and wants to take on a mortgage that's $1,600. I think they may put themselves in harm's way, and I'm having a little bit of a problem approving this loan. Now, of course, it's not just based on income. They also look at the property inspection. Okay, make sure that the property is sound and that there's nothing that's going to harm you by living there. The appraiser's also a way to look at your credit. We talk a lot here about credit. Now, if you've ever watched our videos, notice I didn't put credit score. The underwriter doesn't look and say, oh, you have an 800 credit score, you're good, no risk. The same way they don't say, oh, you have a 500 credit score, you're bad, lots of risk. We look at the credit history, the credit profile, and we analyze all of that. We've seen people with great scores who have been denied loans. We've seen people with pretty low scores who have been given loans and been given good loans. So that's kind of a quick understanding of what an underwriter does. Now, here's the real question. We live in a society of instant gratification. I want it now. I can go to Amazon and within 30 seconds, I can order cat food. That's just kind of how that's how we've evolved over the last little while. And people want to know, and they go online, my loan's in underwriting at lender XYZ down the street and it's been there forever. Or somebody told me, oh, don't go buy houses, your loan's gonna get stuck in underwriting, it's take forever. So this is really the question. And as far as veterans go, there's going to be really 3 different answers, though they're all going to be similar in nature. Number 1, the VA IRRRL, which is the streamline refinancing, which by definition does not require credit underwriting. And in addition to not requiring credit underwriting, it has reduced underwriting requirements. This is going to be your fastest. And I'm going to just kind of give a range here. This is not set in stone. Not every single one is the same. But we've seen in underwriting 3 to 7 days for a VA IRRRL. That would be average. Could you be in underwriting for a day? Absolutely. Could you be in underwriting for 3 weeks? Absolutely. We'll talk at the end on why certain things can happen. VA cash out refinance, I'm going to go 5 to 7. Not a whole lot longer. A little bit, because it requires credit underwriting. It requires an appraisal. There's a little bit more involved in making that decision. VA purchase, I'm going to go 7 to 10. Now, my competitors are out there probably laughing. I can't believe low VA rates is being honest. Yes, we are. We are honest here. Is there marketing? Are there companies that are going to tell you they can underwrite your loan in 4 hours or in 1 day? Yeah, they're going to tell you that. Have we ever underwritten a loan in 4 hours or a day? Yes, we have. But we're here to educate you and give you honest information on what you should expect. Others, that's conventional, FHA, reverse mortgages. You know, I'm just going to say expect about 10 days for others. So VA loans in general, because we're experts at them here at Low VA Rates, can be underwritten quicker. To finish, and by the way, I'm going to invite you guys now as opposed to at the end. If you're just now tuning in, if you want to ask questions live, the good news is you're not interrupting me, because unless the people behind the camera wave me down and tell me there's a question, I don't see it. So I'm not going to skip a beat. But if you have questions about underwriting or any other VA topic, feel free to ask. If you're watching this video after the fact and we are no longer live, you can type them in the comment section and we'll get back to you. Okay, so there's your invitation to ask some questions. Why 3 to 7 days or longer? We had an IRRRL loan in underwriting for months at one time. That may seem crazy, and it is crazy. It's not normal. But an underwriter is going to analyze whatever they have to analyze based on the program you're choosing. And then if it's a perfect file, which almost never happens, the underwriter signs off, says you're good to go, and you're done. That would be very, very fast. There's a lot of people, including you borrowers, that go into determining how clean a file is. But normally what happens is we've got great processors here at Low VA Rates. Maybe there's 15 things, right? There's this checklist. There's 15 things that someone has to do to get their loan into underwriting. So the processor does all this stuff, but maybe they made a mistake and they missed item number 3. Or maybe they didn't make a mistake, but they misunderstood what item number 3 was, or the underwriter misunderstood what they put in there. So the underwriter comes back and says, hey, processor, I need you to fix number 3. Well, the processor can't just drop everything he or she's doing. So when they get to it, and we have good processors here, they'll get to it. And you can see there's this back and forth. Clearing conditions, okay? This is the variable that determines how long your loan is going to sit in underwriting. The more conditions you have, the longer you're going to be in underwriting. The less conditions you have, the less you're going to be in underwriting. And conditions can be caused by sloppy work. They can be caused by too many loans in someone's hand, therefore they're rushing. I guess that leads us back to sloppy, but it's not always our fault. It could be that your driver's license that you sent over to us 3 or 4 times in a row is just too blurry, and so the underwriter wants a more clear copy of that driver's license. It could be the appraiser, who we can't choose nor do we have any control over, says that you've lost some shingles on your house, and the underwriter is going to require that those shingles get put back on the house before they can approve your refinance. So you can see, if you're frustrated, if you've been frustrated in the past with how long your loan is taking in underwriting, please understand, and I tell this to frustrated clients all the time. We don't have many of them, but when we do, sir, ma'am, understand that nobody wants this loan closed quicker than the processor, the underwriter, the loan officer. I know as a homeowner or a prospective homeowner, you guys may say, no, I want it closed more. Trust me. We all want your loan closed as quickly as we can. Nobody gets paid. Nobody gets to go home feeling satisfied about doing a good job until your loan closes. So, if you've been looking to do a VA loan and you would like to have a very good time in underwriting and have a seamless underwriting process, 2 thumbs up here at Low VA Rates. We're great at it. We're always improving. We would love to help you out. Do we have any questions? Anyone see anything pop up? Okay, if there's no questions, remember, wear red on Friday. Not only do I want to educate you on how long it takes to underwrite a VA mortgage, I want more people wearing red. If you walked around the office right now, if we took the camera off the pedestal here and we walked you around the office before we stopped being live, you'd see 80 to 90% of our employees, the one right here next to me here, is wearing red. We do it because we support our troops, just like my shirt says. We appreciate you guys. Come home safe, and ladies, anyone who's serving, be safe, get home soon. Tune in next week for another live Red Friday video.